So the number one key, the number two, because I shared number one with you last week. The number one is the God factor. The number one is the God factor. The number two key to prosperity is you must discover your gift. The gift of a man is what will make him successful. The gift of a man is what will make him successful. Discover what your gifts are and start using it. When God created Adam, God did not give Adam table or chair. He gave Adam a tree, because the table and the chairs he needs is in the tree. But it would take a man that knows his skill and gift to know, I can make tables and chairs out of that tree. The reason why God gives gifts, one of the reasons why God gives gifts is what? To make it easier for you to protect his name. That's why God gives gifts. God gives gifts to men so they can succeed. Why is it that God gave the fish the ability to know how to swim? Because if the fish does not know how to swim, he will not be able to be successful. And one thing about gifts, you don't go to university to receive gifts. University can sharpen your gift, but gifts are inbuilt. They come with you. This is an iPhone 12 Pro Max or whatever, Maxwell or I don't know which Max. Marcellinus or Max, I don't know. This phone came with every ability that a 12 Pro should have. It came with every capacity. Gifts are inbuilt. The problem is not whether you have gift or not. The problem is, have you discovered it? Because God gives gifts so you can prosper. That's why I said the gift of a man, make it a way for him. The gift of a man, make it a way. The gift of a man, the gift you have, the skills you have. If you go into your car and you are driving to work, and on the highway your car stops you and you try to start the ignition and, and it stops, what do? A typical African man will leave the car and say, this car, how come you stop me? How is it that out of every place it is on this highway you stop me? But the car is not a problem. The car has not done anything. That man probably did not check the engine, did not warm the car, did not check, has not maintained the car, and you are angry with the car after he has done that. In fact, some people will even hit the car, but the car is not a problem. So what happens? When they now calm down a little bit, they pick their phone and call AA if they have a contract with them, or a mechanic. A mechanic comes and say, boss, what's wrong with the car? I don't know, just stop me here. Okay, go inside the car, open the bonnet. Mechanic opens the bonnet, start it. He tries to start it. The first time, the mechanic already knows where the problem is. You know why? It's his gift. It is his skill. Now, who will prosper in that scenario? The man or the mechanic? The mechanic will give him the money. He will say, okay, 200 pounds. I was telling my wife a few days ago, I called a contractor to come and do a job for me, and I paid him 609 pounds. And the part that I wanted him to change in the washing machine was only 40 pounds. But the cost, the call-out price, the service charge, the carriage charge, the VAT, before I know it, 609 to replace a 40 pounds worth of parts. You know why? You know why he prospered? It's his skill, his gift. I don't know. No matter how I speak in tongues, I can't change the element of the washing machine. But when it comes to spiritual matters, but the only thing is that we can't charge for our service. Glory to God. So the number one principle to prosperity is the God factor. And the number two is what? Discover your gifts. Gifts are inbuilt. Discover your gifts and use them. Discover your gifts, and there is something in you. There is a gifting that is in you. If you don't have a gift in such, there are certain courses you shouldn't be going to university to be studying in 2022. You go to university to study typewriting or exercise science. What are you studying? I'm studying exercise science. What's exercise science? In 2022, I'm studying typewriting. Who are you typewriting? When there are cybersecurity, data analysis, when there is cloud computing, when there is graphic design. Do you know how much some graphic designers make in this country? When there are other courses, you are studying typewriting. For 3 years, for 5 years. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 10. Let me end there. Then we can go. I'll try and continue next week if the Lord allows me. I have other keys. I have other keys. I have 3, 4 other keys, but time. Are you blessed this morning? Amen. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 10.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 10 NLT. Using a dual axe.
Using a dual axe
requires great strength.
Requires great strength. Now stop there. What that is trying to say. Okay, continue. Finish it.
So sharpening the blade.
So sharpen what?
The blade.
Is it the brain?
Blade.
The blade. So sharpen the blade. What does that mean? Sharpen your skills. Get good skills. Get good skills. Sharpen your skills. There are skills that he says there are 2 men. One is using a dull axe to cut a tree. What will happen? You will spend forever there. You will not achieve anything. Yeah. And you will enjoy your hand. That's the consequence. But it says when you sharpen the blade, one time, when you sharpen your skills, you want to prosper. There are skills that are on demand in 21st century. There are skills on demand. Have you taken out time to go on the internet and ask, what are the skills on demand in 21st century? There are skills on demand. When you go to a doctor, you are going to the doctor because of his skills. Do you know how much some doctors make in a day in this country? Do you know how much some lawyers, investment lawyers make? Recently, a lady was paid 12 million by one of as a court settlement, outside of court settlement, by one of the royal members who, I think he had a fling with her years ago. And then recently she came out and started brought evidence. They paid her off 12 million pounds. Now, the lawyer who was involved in that case is going to prosper. There are some lawyers that prosper just by interpreting terms and conditions for you. It's true. How many of us ever read those terms and conditions? You just sign. And then later, you thought you were just signing. And then the lawyer started telling you, no, in that terms and conditions, it was written this and that. Sharpen your skills. Get skills that will make you irreplaceable. You know, there are people that you can hardly replace them because do you know, for example, business analysts in the whole world, people who have the certification, less than 20,000 from my latest research, certified BAs. There are skills. Everything is not prayer. You must have skills. He says if you don't, you will spend ages trying to cut with a blunt blade. He says sharpen it. Believers believe so much in miracle than skills. So it's 100% spirituality, 0 skills. I've seen pastors pastoring big churches in the membership. No, not one person. They still hire people outside to do graphic design. One of them hired someone that is doing the graphic design. The guy came in church, said, I want to smoke. They allowed him to smoke. Because if you don't want me to smoke, I will not design your thing. After the evening service, people were coming to church smelling smoke. So what's going on here? They have to explain. He's our guy, the band that's doing our website. But as young as HopeWay is, we hardly consult outside. We have video editors, cameramen, camera ladies, website designers, graphic design. The flyer that is showing, show today's flyer, show it. It was done in-house. God punish poverty. It was done in-house. Evangelist Faith did the website of the church website. The videos that we post on YouTube, somebody does it. Skills. So that's number one. Number two, so discover your giftings. And sometimes you discover your gift by serving.